Hello, welcome back to our channel. This is the 7th episode, Untimely Death, of the story Jack's Retribution. We are diving into an explainer of this latest part of the story today, and let me tell you, the tension in this one is absolutely off the charts. We're going to break down the incredible martial arts power scaling, some deep lore hidden in a simple map, and of course, the high-stakes politics of Washington, D.C.'s elite families. So, let's just jump right into the story.
We are throwing you right into the thick of it. Picture this: flashing swords, vibrating steel, a total life or death battle. You've got David wearing the sneer of just pure arrogance, staring straight at our hero, Jack. In David's mind, he's looking at a dead man. He actually feels a twisted sort of pity because he is utterly convinced that another life is about to be snuffed out under his blade. It's a classic setup of overconfidence, right? But the reality of this fight is way more complex.
Okay, let's dive into this power scaling because this is where the mechanics of this world get truly fascinating. Now, on paper, David should absolutely crush Jack. David is a level 8 trainee wielding a sword with blinding speed. But we have to consider Jack's unique advantage. Yes, he is only at level 5 physical training, which is a severe disadvantage. However, Jack has awakened not one, but two powerful spirits, the dragon and the emerald green level spirit. This dual awakening grants Jack senses that are vastly sharper than anyone else at his level. So while David's sword is incredibly fast, to Jack's heightened perception, it's completely manageable.
And here is exactly how Jack capitalizes on that incredible perception. Just as David's sword is about to connect, Jack summons a bright silver spear. What you should take away from this is Jack's absolute mastery. He flawlessly executes the first 5 styles of the bright silver spear to perfection. The power he outputs entirely surpasses his level 5 realm. With literal lightning speed, Jack's spear pierces right through David's sword arm, disarming him instantly.
Now, you'd think a spear through the arm would humble a person, right? But no. This beautifully highlights David's sheer delusion. Hugging his bleeding arm, David doesn't surrender. Instead, he threatens Jack with the wrath of the Washington-based Hughes family, specifically pointing out his powerful, body-transforming brother. Sarah, who is watching all of this in shock, even cautions Jack not to be impulsive. But David, fueled by pure arrogance, literally demands that Jack let him go, kneel, and apologize. It is just a stunning display of entitlement from a guy who is just completely bested.
So how does our protagonist respond to this threat? Well, Jack applies some very cold, calculating logic here. He realizes that if he cowers before a level 8 trainee's threats, he'll simply never have the mental fortitude to reach level 9 and beyond. So he looks at David with the eyes of a killing machine and says, "How stupid can you be? You're about to die." With a simple twist of his wrist, Jack thrusts the spear into David's throat. It's a brutal, decisive end to a fight that David started.
Act 2, the spoils and the map.
So after days of traveling in the mountains, David had essentially acted as a really aggressive delivery service for Jack. Jack secures all these valuable monster materials and demon beads, which, are incredibly useful for healing and detoxification. Jack wisely pockets these without hesitation. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the shabby yellow paper Jack finds tucked away among the typical loot.
The writing on the map is clear: Pele's house. Sarah steps in here with some crucial exposition for us. She explains that Pele's house is a secret location within Corbanica State. The fact that David was carrying this so securely on his person really indicates its immense value. This perfectly establishes a grand new mystery for our hero to uncover down the line, a secret place that clearly holds untold treasures or knowledge.
With the map safely tucked away, our narrative hits a bit of a fast-forward button. Jack and Sarah continue their journey together, and this shared experience really bonds them. They hunt monsters, they divide the spoils equally, and they build a genuine friendship. This timeline culminates in their arrival in Washington, D.C., and wow, the contrast is striking. Compared to Asheville, Washington is massive and intimidating. It's a place where martial arts masters casually walk the streets, making Jack feel like a tiny drop in a vast ocean.
Act 3. Whispers of Scarlet Fisher.
We find Jack and Sarah resting up in a DC restaurant. In a major city like this, information is just as valuable as martial arts techniques, and the whole room is buzzing with rapid-fire gossip. The big news? The prestigious Corbanica Estate is enrolling students half a year ahead of schedule, entirely breaking their strict 3-year cycle. This has sent shockwaves through the country, drawing young talents from everywhere. And the catalyst for this unprecedented rule change? It's a girl named Scarlet Fisher.
Let's look closely at why Scarlet is causing such a massive frenzy. She recently awakened a Jade-level Phoenix spirit.
The sheer awe surrounding her talent is totally palpable. She's this singular prodigy whose very existence is literally warping the schedules of supernatural forces like Corbinic. Furthermore, rumor has it she's being set up in an arranged marriage with young Stephen Howard, the most talented warrior of the city's top elite family. The entire city is completely captivated by her. So the crucial point here is Jack's unbothered reaction to all this overwhelming hype. When Sarah realizes Jack actually knows of Scarlett from back in Asheville, she nervously hopes that Jack can still manage to place on the top 50 of the upcoming exam, especially despite these god-tier competitors entering the fray. Jack, entirely unfazed by the rumors of Phoenix spirits and elite families, simply gives a blank expression and replies, "I will." It's that quiet, unshakable confidence that really defines who he is.
Enter the prodigies.
But Jack's confidence is definitely about to be tested. The atmosphere in the restaurant suddenly shifts as two extraordinary figures appear, instantly silencing the room. And this brilliantly illustrates the immense talent pool currently gathering in DC. First, we have Everett Anson, 17 years old, already at the peak of his training and just one step away from becoming a martial master, possessing the green-level giant rock spirit. Beside him is Michael Walker, only 16, but already a level 7 physical trainee from an elite family. These are the prodigies Jack has to contend with, and their stats are incredibly intimidating.
And it's not just their power, it's their entire presence. As they walk towards Jack and Sarah's table, the crowd's attention zeroes in on the visual details, specifically the gorgeous jade pendant hanging at Michael's waist. It's a symbol of immense wealth and status, reinforcing just how out of his depth Jack might appear to the onlookers in this elite city.
Sarah warmly greets Everett, explaining that Jack took care of her on their long journey. But Everett's reaction tells a totally different story. He asks, "Is this him?" And his expression subtly hardens as his gaze locks right onto Jack. It's this micro-expression of hostility that goes unnoticed by most, but it perfectly sets the stage for our next major conflict. With Everett's hardened gaze on Jack, has our hero just met his next deadly challenge? If you like the story, please like and share it, and subscribe to the channel to watch future episodes. Thanks for watching.